world where imperfection is beauty and imbalance leads to harmony. Today, we explore how the art of asymmetrical garden layout brings fluidity and grace to Japanese garden design. In this journey, we'll uncover how uneven stones, irregular spacing, and natural flows create movement, not through symmetry, but through intention and subtle disruption. Let's begin where balance is found in the unexpected. Imagine stepping into a garden where no two elements mirror each other. A large pine leans to the left, a stone lantern rests off-center, gravel flows diagonally. This is no accident. It's a core idea in Japanese design principles. Asymmetry here isn't disorder, it's a conversation between forms, a quiet choreography where nature leads and we follow. In Western gardens, symmetry often brings control. But in Zen garden movement, control is released. Asymmetrical garden layout invites us to see beauty in organic lines, a winding path that shifts just before it settles, a boulder heavier on one side. Each shape holds tension, and that tension breathes life into the space. Picture a dry landscape garden, or kare-sansui. The raked gravel doesn't radiate evenly. Instead, it circles around stones in off-balance whirls. This Zen garden movement isn't meant to be perfect. It's meant to evoke rivers and islands through asymmetry, a landscape not of accuracy, but of essence. One large stone anchors the view. 3 smaller ones drift beside it like islands in a stream. In Japanese design principles, this uneven grouping draws the eye naturally. Odd numbers rule. Triangular composition brings motion. We are not meant to stare forward, we are meant to wander, visually and spiritually. bamboo grows in a clump, not a neat row. That clump swaying in the wind adds rhythm to the garden. The way it catches light differently throughout the day depends on its uneven form. This asymmetrical garden layout changes hour by hour, moment by moment, always alive. Asymmetry is especially powerful in small spaces. A narrow courtyard becomes expansive when the layout pulls your gaze diagonally. A low bench on one side, a maple tree on the other, offset yet in balance. These Japanese design principles make even a few feet feel infinite in depth. A stepping stone path offers a perfect example. Notice how stones aren't placed in a straight line. Each step asks you to adjust your gait, to pay attention. This uneven rhythm is intentional. It's not just design, it's meditation in motion, part of the greater Zen garden movement. Water plays with asymmetry too. A pond may curve outward in one direction, then narrow into a stream. A single lotus bloom floats near the edge, not the center. This layout mimics nature. In Japanese garden design, water always flows with purpose, even when it appears to drift freely. Even color follows this rule. A cluster of red azaleas might bloom only on one corner, while the rest of the garden remains green. This asymmetry in color deepens visual interest. It reminds us that silence is necessary for music, just as negative space enhances form. moss spreads asymmetrically too. It creeps into shadowed corners, hugs the base of a stone, and pulls you toward places you wouldn't notice in a symmetrical garden. The randomness of moss placement, guided by nature, becomes part of the Zen garden movement. Slow, soft, and grounding. The layout of trees is never even. One may arch dramatically to the right, its branches reaching toward a stone basin. Another remains straight, offering contrast. This asymmetrical garden layout teaches us about coexistence. Each tree becomes more beautiful by not mirroring the other. Sometimes the absence of an object is the most powerful gesture. A large open patch of gravel, untouched, rests near the garden's edge. It seems empty, but it's deeply full. This void, offset and quiet, anchors the whole composition. It's a central idea in Japanese design principles. Let's look at elevation, a slope that tilts subtly to one side, or a mound that hides a stone until you pass it. These are not accidents. They're ways to shape time. Asymmetrical garden layout slows you down. You can't rush through it. You must linger, turn, and look again. In tea house gardens, or roi, asymmetry shapes the approach. The path curves gently. You never see the tea house all at once. This design creates suspense, guiding your mind into quiet. It's a spiritual transition, made possible by Zen garden movement and irregularity. Texture too follows asymmetry. Rough bark against smooth gravel. Lacy leaves beside bold rocks. Contrast is not even, it's unexpected. In Japanese design principles, contrast isn't just visual, it's emotional. It awakens you. You notice more. You feel more deeply. Light is used unevenly. A single stone lantern illuminates just one patch of garden at night. Shadows stretch in one direction. This asymmetrical lighting creates mystery and depth. You aren't supposed to see everything at once. In a Zen garden, what's hidden is just as sacred as what's shown. The entrance to the garden may be off-center, hidden by a bend or shrub. You enter from the side, not the middle. This small design choice shifts your entire mindset. In an asymmetrical garden layout, your journey is not linear. It's intuitive, meandering, personal. Wind plays a part. A tree that leans west because of years of breeze becomes the focal point. Its shape is not forced, it's a record of time. Zen garden movement accepts this history, shaping space not despite nature, but with it. Even sounds are asymmetrical. A bamboo waterspout, or shishiodoshi, clacks at irregular intervals. It startles, then quiets. That rhythm breaks expectation, recenters you. In Japanese garden design, sound is a sculptural tool, shaping silence. pagoda lantern rests near the back, not front and center. Its asymmetry gives it mystery. You find it gradually. Asymmetrical garden layout delays reward. It makes discovery a form of meditation, encouraging stillness before recognition. In Japanese design principles, asymmetry also teaches humility. Nothing is too grand. A garden hums instead of shouts. By avoiding symmetrical showpieces, we let the space breathe. We give room to the wind, the shadow, and the unseen. In autumn, fallen leaves scatter unevenly. You may rake them into a soft diagonal trail or let them fall naturally. Either way, this asymmetry is seasonal poetry. It reminds us that time is not symmetrical either, and gardens are time made visible. Fragrance, too, flows unevenly. A single blooming plum tree can scent the entire east side of a garden. The west stays quiet. This imbalance is beautiful. It calls you forward, pulls you through the space with invisible threads. A garden gate, slightly ajar, leans on one hinge. It's not broken, it's deliberate. That asymmetry invites curiosity. What lies beyond? The moment you ask that question, you've entered the heart of Zen garden movement. shape of a pond may resemble a comma, not a circle. Its asymmetry implies motion, continuation. It's not an endpoint, it's a pause in a longer flow. Japanese design principles use these visual cues to suggest that nothing is finished. Everything evolves. A bonsai tree leans strongly in one direction. Its branches are shaped not into balance, but into character. That asymmetrical gesture tells a story of survival, adaptation, strength. This is living sculpture, shaped by time and intention. The garden as a whole is never viewed all at once. It reveals itself in layers, diagonals, and fragments. This asymmetrical layout keeps you present. You don't consume the garden. You walk with it, you move with it. It becomes a mirror of your breath and pace. Asymmetry brings depth, mystery, and truth to Japanese garden design. It invites us to see the world not as a set of rules, but as an unfolding path. A stone here, a shadow there, a quiet space between. This is not randomness, it's intentional irregularity, shaped by mindfulness. Thank you for walking with us through the flowing art of asymmetry. In Japanese garden design, imperfection is the soul of beauty. May your own garden layout find peace in the uneven and grace in the shifting. If this journey brought calm and inspiration, please like, subscribe, and join us again for more mindful design explorations.